So hey guys, this is TeamOverclocked, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a $500 gaming PC build for the months of November and December 2016. Now this is great for gaming at 1080p, very high settings. At those settings you should be able to achieve around 60 FPS in the majority of games, and that is really the sweet spot at the moment for this PC, and being at the spot is not bad at all, and it should be very playable and enjoyable. And for getting into PC gaming, this is a really good PC just for that. So let's get right into it. For the processor, I got the Intel Core i3-6100 for $110. This is a dual-core CPU that features hyper-threading, making it act like a 4-thread CPU. Now this is really important these days since most games utilize 4 threads, and having all 4 threads is really useful for those games that sometimes need it. It's also clocked at 3.7 GHz, which is a pretty healthy and safe clock speed for gaming, and is also based on the Skylake architecture, which creates an upgrade route to an i5 or an i7. Moving on, for the motherboard, we have the MSI Pro-VD Plus for $44. Now this has 2 RAM slots, 4 SATA 6GB per second ports, and USB 3.0 headers. It's also based on the H110 chipset from Intel, which provides everything you need for a gaming PC like this one. For the RAM, I have the Corsair Vengeance 8GB set for $39. This is a 1x8GB set clocked at 2400 MHz. 8GB should be the perfect amount for most modern games, and you should be able to do some light video editing with this amount as well. Along with that, if you do decide to get 16 to 32 GB of RAM, you can easily upgrade this in the future since this only takes up 1 RAM slot, and this PC features 2 RAM slots. Next up, for the hard drive, we have the Seagate Barracuda 1TB for $48. This spins at 7200 RPM, which is what most mainstream hard drives spin at, and you really don't need anything faster than this for most hard drives and storage. This will serve as your mass storage, so you can store all of your games, movies, documents, and other files without a problem. Next up, for the GPU, we have the Sapphire NITRO RX 474 GB for $190. This is clocked at 1.41 GHz, has 4 GB of GDDR5 VRAM, and a TDP 120 watts. This is great for 1080p gaming at very high settings, especially with its 4 GB frame buffer, which is pretty much the best bang for the buck frame buffer out there, as weird as that may sound. It's also based on the Polaris architecture, which does benefit a lot with DirectX 12 when it's properly implemented. So in the future, in let's say a couple years, when DirectX 12 becomes more mainstream, and when DirectX 12 actually boosts your FPS versus causing stutters and frame drops, then this will be all set and ready to go. Next up, for the case, we have the Thermaltake Versa H15 for $35. This has lots of drive bay mounts, a side panel window, and a decent cable management array. It also has a great deal of room for potential upgrades, so if you do want to get something like a GTX 1070 even, you will be all set since this has more than enough room for the majority of GPU coolers. Also, this PC will look really nice on your desk or under your desk even, since it has a nice brushed aluminum finish, and the side panel window should allow you to admire your work once you're complete. For the power supply, I got the EVGA 430W ATX power supply for $33. Now for the price, you're getting a really good bang for the buck power supply. It comes with 80+ certification, meaning it's pretty reliable, and 80% of the power is going to be going to your PC at all times. Also, EVGA has a really good track record with power supplies, especially since they have really good capacitors. So yeah guys, that's all for today. If you liked the video, please overclock the like button. If you didn't like it, please dislike this video and subscribe for more content like this. And I'll see you guys in the next one.